And we're live for another episode of Pros and Conquerors, the bad boys of history. I'm your host, James Jam Easy Cummins, and I'm here once again with my co-host, Colin Cummings.
What's going on, man? Get the energy up, bro.
Our virtual audience just went crazy on Zoom. Thanks for tuning in on Zoom today, guys. Although we're talking about the history, we're living in the future, and the future is Zoom shows. We have 1,300 people tuning in right now. They're all on mute, and they're listening and having fun.
Really?
Ready to learn.
No.
The future is now, man.
What are you talking about?
Surprise. We're live. And we're doing something extra special today. It's episode 7. So why not have the conqueror of all conquerors, Mr. Genghis Khan.
Genghis. Is it Genghis? Genghis? Did you find out?
I call him Genghis. What do you call him?
I always say Genghis.
So
I always say Genghis, and I think that's where the term gang got made, from him used to assembling people and running into places, raping and pillaging.
Are you sure?
That's just what I think.
Come on.
It's the only thing that makes sense in my head. Genghis and gang. Gangs of people.
I have to look this up.
Because everybody remembers the horribleness of Genghis Khan.
No, I don't think so. I like your thought, but the word gang derives from the past of Old English gang, gan, meaning to go, and Old Norse ganger, meaning journey. So go on a journey with, the boys.
Genghis Khan, see, journey.
But Genghis Khan, man, what a guy. What a guy. He is the conqueror of all conquerors. He had the biggest empire ever. You know what I mean?
Did he actually?
He's known as the founder of the Great Khan, the emperor of Mongolia, which became the largest continuous empire in history after his death.
Actually?
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
Like he built it to a certain point, and I think his grandson got it even a little bit further, and then it all came crumbling down. But the guy... He's known as a guy that was... what do you know about Genghis Khan? Let's hear
what I know about him? Okay, this is what I know about him. That he was a conqueror. He's literally what you think of when you think of conqueror. He was crazy. He raped a lot of people.
Whoa.
Pillaged a lot, because that's what they did back then. But, didn't they, all that family, rape so many people that 1 in 7 people are descendants?
I don't know why you're saying rape so much. Like none of these.
What? That's what they did. They raped and pillaged.
I think he fucked a lot too, though. I think in general, a lot of people wanted to fuck the most powerful guy in the world.
Maybe
he definitely did some raping, and we're gonna get into that.
Scallywags that wanted to have sex with
even
him.
The rapes wasn't just a straight sexual thing. It was more of a
spreading the seed.
No, and a power play in the sense of sometimes as we go along, you'll see that Genghis Khan was a very brutal guy when he was taking over places. But apparently, in a sense, his strategy was be so brutal to this city so that the next 4 cities around it will just surrender right away. No need for any wars. So technically, he was so brutal in a non-violent approach to have less violence along the way. Like he could just fight a regular war. He could just kill people and say, I haven't killed you enough. I'm taking over now. But if you go into town, you pour lava on people, you fucking rape women and, rip people's eyeballs out. Then when you get to the next city, they're going to be like, you know what? I don't even think we want to fight. I think we just want to be a part of your great empire, Mr. Genghis.
Yeah, I guess.
So
I guess. Well,
that was the strategy.
Okay, so they would rape and pillage 1 for every 5.
Exactly. You got it.
Yo, that's crazy. But yeah, it's still rape, but that's what they did back then in order to make sure that their people would flourish. You spread your seed and make sure.
Yeah, let's not get too hung up on all the rape stuff today, you know. That's only a small part of it. You're making him really just seem like the world's most notorious rapist ever.
Well, wouldn't he be?
No, come on, man.
Well, you know what? That's what they all did, though. That's what they did. That's what you did back then.
Boys will be boys, right?
It was the
1200s.
You salted the earth so they couldn't grow shit. So they'd have to be dependent on you. And then you'd spread your seed to make sure that their next generation would be of your kin.
They literally poured salt on the earth. Is that what they did?
Yeah, so you couldn't grow shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
But why is there a phrase when you say, "Oh, you're a real salt of the earth person"? That means that's supposed to be a nice thing, right?
I don't know. I've never heard that.
Salt of the earth.
I've never heard salt of the earth person. I've heard the phrase salt of the earth though.
Yeah, he's a real salt of the. We found out what gang is. Might as well find out where salt of the earth came from.
Salt of the earth meaning.
Salt of the earth meaning. An individual or group considered as representative of the best and noblest elements in society. So salt of the earth is supposed to be the best part of the earth?
I guess.
But you're saying when you put salt in the earth, it kills everything? I think you might be mixed up, man.
No, man. Check. Just write salting the earth. See, like, salt was valuable back then, and it still is. Maybe that's what that means.
Maybe. It was so valuable, but you're using it to destroy other things? Like, wow, crazy times, right? But yeah, Mongolia Empire. So look at how big it was. So Mongolia Empire, if you guys are listening at home and not watching live on Zoom, it stretched from one side of Asia all the way up to Europe. It was pretty much into the Arabs and all the way up into Russia as well. It was huge. The Mongolian Empire. They got stopped at they ran into the Roman Empire, and that's where they couldn't take over. Now look at where it was back then, and then Mongolia today is just a little spot between China and Russia, just a little tiny spot. So it shrunk huge. Like,
that's crazy.
It shrunk like crazy. And even though it shrunk like crazy, and even though Genghis Khan was known as the most brutal conqueror in history, they still honor him big time. You want to see a Genghis Khan statue?
Mongolia?
Mongolia.
Of course
they love him, which is interesting because
let's see what this guy.
We have discussed people on Pros and Conquerors where, what they did to, let's say, start Canada, Johnny MacDonald, and people are tearing down his statues today, even though Canada never shrunk. Like,
no, never.
Like what he did lasted. Genghis Khan took over a huge part of the world, and even though it's only shrunk to a little piece, they're like, we still remember the good times when that guy was going around slaughtering, genociding people, raping everyone, and really being pretty brutal.
Oh yeah, they remember prospering, right? Like, why would they forget that?
That's a massive statue, eh? So that statue is basically like,
oh shit,
yeah, that's a thing on top of a building. So his statue is 131 feet tall.
Wow.
And you can actually go inside it, like the Statue of Liberty. Like there's a observation deck inside of the horse and stuff.
Jesus.
So it's pretty cool. But yeah, it's just interesting that there must be some kind of psychology between why, if you prospered as a nation after, you look back on the people that got you there, that had to do the bad things to get you there. You look back on them and you say, shame on them. We don't like them. Looking back on how they made this place, right?
That's what we do.
What we do. But if you live in a nation where your person, like your greatest leader ever, was just as brutal or more brutal, but now you guys have lost everything and all you have is the memories of the good times.
Yeah.
Then like you still show love to that person. Like,
of course.
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess. Cause you have nothing now.
Like, so if you have nothing, you're like, oh, we're not going to feel bad about that guy trying to murder everyone, trying to genocide these people when that was the best our country ever did.
He was trying to prevent where we're at now. Right? They look back like he wanted us to prosper and spread throughout the world.
So let's start off with some pros about him, because I'm making him sound so brutal, but there is lots of great things that I think he is the great Khan.
I think we started off with rape first.
Yeah, it was a bit too much rape off the top. So let's talk about some of the good stuff he does. But I'm going to go through they say the 11 cultural breakthroughs he brought to the world, which is sick and everything. But there is things that are polar opposite when I read into the con side. Like you guys know, when you're listening to Pros and Conquerors, we don't really take sides going in. We just look at what the internet says on the good side, look at what it says on the bad side, and I present both to you, and we talk about it. So we'll go through the pros, but you'll find that there's... Okay, so he established... Because right off the top, I'll just say this: he established freedom of religion, which is cool and all. Because what he basically said, like, as long as you join my empire, recognize me as your king, like, you can practice your own religion, right?
Wait. I thought his grandson did that.
Kublai Khan did that, but the one of the pros on him is, because I'll get around to that. Because watch,
are you grandfathering that good deed onto him?
No. I'm not. I'm saying
okay.
They said Genghis Khan established freedom of religion, but he wasn't too free about it because apparently when the Jews and Muslims didn't want to eat specific things because they have halal or they have
kosher,
prepared that way, Genghis Khan took that as an offense to like Mongolian food. He's like, oh, you guys won't eat the food that we prepare. So then he banned them from eating their own food and he banned them from circumcisions. He's like, fuck your religious practices. So
wow,
they say he established freedom of religion, but the Khan side said that he definitely didn't for the Jews and the Muslims. Like everyone else was cool, but he's like, but at the same time, if you have these strict rules about food and stuff and circumcisions, I'm gonna ban that shit.
Wow. So that's just him, like he's just exacting his authority. He's like,
pretty much he didn't care about religion.
Yeah.
He cared about you recognizing him as your king, but at the same time he felt very slighted by if you thought, oh, you have to prepare your food a certain way. What, you think you're better than us?
That's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
Bro, and shout out to the Jews and Muslims. They stood up to that. That's insane.
I thought Genghis Khan was Muslim because he's last name Khan, but he's not.
Not at all?
No, he's like whatever, Confucius say or something.
Right, like murderer? Like that. What's his religion?
What's murderer? I said Confucius say. I just meant
like he's a murderer, like
some Asian thing.
Oh, what? What religion is that?
Okay, what? There's Buddhist. There's Confucius say. Fucking.
I didn't know that was a religion.
It's not.
Oh,
I'm just being ignorant. Okay, let's look up this religion. Now you got me curious. Genghis Khan's religion was a Tangrist, but was religiously tolerant and interested in learning philosophical and moral lessons from other religions. So he consulted Buddhist monks, Muslims, Christian missionaries, Taoist monks. So he wasn't all bad. He just, like you said, he just didn't like you guys having too strict rules.
Yeah. You never do that to a king, though. You can't do that. You can't be like, I can't eat your stuff. Like, you ever been at your girl's parents' house and they're like, hey, eat this, and you don't do it?
Oh, you consider your girl's parents your king? Is that because?
Well, when you come in, you're like,
is that
you have to appease, right? You can't just be like, I'm not eating turkey.
Oh, I thought you were a victim of white supremacy.
No. No.
Eat this, you peasant. I'm your king.
Well, if they said it like that,
then you'd be face first in it. You wouldn't even use a knife and fork.
Yeah, maybe. If they were like actually rich, like kings and queens.
Really?
Yeah, that's a lot of fucking money.
True. Kings and queens,
like billionaire parents.
It wouldn't be bad.
I don't know, man.
So now they also say he banned torture, but I find that hard to believe because he definitely has a lot of crazy torture things on his personal record. Like this guy did some pretty brutal things. So like I said, this was some of the brutal things he did was to scare the next city over into just surrounding right away. So
I don't know if that was his plan or if that's just what happened.
They said that was his like in his writing. That's what he said. He's like you'll lose. He'd rather fight a war without having to win a war without having to fight it, which is just murder the next city over and make them surrender. Right
but
away.
he had to learn that. You think he just did that on a hunch? He's like, if we fuck these guys up right here, the rest of those guys will fall on.
I'm sure he learned that. But yeah, so Genghis Khan he once poured molten silver into his enemies' eyes and ears.
Okay.
So like that's what I was saying, like not lava, but yeah, this guy was. That sounds like a pretty brutal one.
Yeah, like we're in the cons now, right?
We're going back and forth. We're bouncing back and forth because it said that he wasn't They said that he banned torture, but at the same time, he definitely tortured people. They did suffocating people a lot. Oh, and one of the best ones. Okay, so they captured a small army of noblemen from Russia.
Okay.
Now, there was a rule back then that you can't kill noblemen. You can't.
Okay.
You can't spill a nobleman's blood. That was the rule.
Okay.
So he wouldn't cut them. So he would honor that. I won't stab these people, but he would find other ways to kill them.
He boiled them?
No, he suffocated them, and then this one funny one was, so they captured this small army of Russian noblemen, and since they couldn't spill their blood, they put like a bunch of wood on top of them, and they just made like a dance floor on top of them, and they just partied on top of them for like the night, and when the next day they were all dead.
What the fuck?
They took their weapons, made them lie on the ground, put a wooden floor on top of them, and partied them to death.
So rape was like the good thing that he did. That was like a kind act.
You keep wanting to come back to rape. I don't even.
I just said 1 in 7 people are his descendants.
Yeah, but
because
that's
of that.
He was a king. He used to fuck a lot.
No.
He would go to places and
it's
he'd be the coolest guy in town every time. Every place he rolls into, they're like, look at how big and strong this guy is. He wasn't Donald Trump just up there acting like he was great. This guy was actually great. This guy was actually like going into places and being that dude. Like he was a great conqueror.
Yeah.
And if that doesn't get your pussy wet.
Yeah. Holy fuck. Well, I mean, yeah. So yeah, that was a nice thing that he did.
Yeah.
Spreading the seed.
Yeah, one way. Like I hope he didn't rape that many people like you're saying he did, but well,
it wasn't just like him alone. Like it was the fact that like his family and like, you know, like they just did it so like that was their tactic so much that it ended up spreading throughout the world.
Yeah. And as brutal as he was a conqueror, like I said, scaring other people into joining you, like he did that. He turned a lot of enemies into his own army because he'd be like, yo, you guys want to fight with us and just keep fucking shit up, or do you want to just get fucked up? And then people would be like, all right, you know what I mean? Oh, we're in. So he was a great leader in that sense.
Yeah.
And it would just be more so like, yeah, join my side or die. Like, you know what I mean?
True, ride or die. Yeah.
Ride or die. Do you want to be my ride or die or not? He left conquered cities alone. Once you give it up to him, once you say, yeah, you're my king, then he's just like, all right, guys, so that's Mongolia now. Peace, I'm out. Like he wouldn't like hang out there and keep fucking your shit up. So that's nice. Right?
That is nice. So he would just leave you alone after, let you do as you were doing before. Mm-hmm. But now you're Mongolian.
Just recognize he's the king. And honestly, like how hard would it be to recognize that? The guy was fucking sick. He comes in riding on a fucking 100-foot tall horse. All these women want to have sex with him willingly.
I'm sure there was tons that were just willing. 100% from every corner of the world, for sure.
Now you're gonna like this one. He outlawed slavery.
What?
Too bad that didn't stick, huh? Genghis Khan understood the bitterness and economic strain that slavery created. So he was a slave at one time during his teenage years, and when him and his wife were captured by a rival clan. So when Genghis Khan got all the Mongols together, he's like, no slavery allowed.
True. So he was a lot like I don't know if you watch Game of Thrones. He was like the dragon mother.
Exactly.
He would
exactly.
True.
She was like him. She is kind of based on him.
Oh shit! Yeah, she probably was kind of
like that. Was her kind of whole vibe.
Yeah,
she was going in places like, just recognize I'm your queen, and I won't burn this place to the ground with the dragon.
True. Mm. Oh shit! I didn't even realize that. I didn't make that connection.
Yeah, and then the other great things he did was just fucking bringing all those people together. When you conquer that many places, you're gonna have a lot of mixing of cultures, mixing of that, this and that,
religion, whatever,
learning from each other. So like that was a great thing he did in history. He was one of the first people that was like, all right, like let's learn what these guys are doing. Let's check out what this is happening. So,
wow, paying homage, coming through and appropriating things.
Well, sometimes he was learning things and being like, nah, fuck that, you're eating my pork.
But universal law, that's crazy.
Universal law.
That's a weird.
And the law, he was the law.
Yeah, because he wanted to take over the whole world, right?
Yeah. Like it ain't that hard to make a universal law when you're just slaughtering everyone that doesn't agree with you.
True enough.
Do you accept my laws? Am I your king? Yes.
That's true. Which is exactly what Daenerys did. That's exactly what she would do.
And another thing that she would do that's so Daenerys is he would redistribute his wealth. The guy, he was more just about being the king. He wasn't trying to get rich off of everything. So when they conquered a lot of places, he definitely made sure his hordes ate good. You know what I mean? Everyone was well paid. When you join the Khan's army, as long as you recognize he's the king, you're gonna live a good life.
Everybody eats.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the guy was pretty reasonable. Like, it's the 1200s. Like, give him a break, man. But
yo, he was alive in the 1200s.
Yeah.
Okay, true. So he was alive when that richest man in history was alive.
He died in 1227.
Okay, true.
So his reign was he was born in 1162, and he probably started running shit like in his late 20s kind of thing, you know?
Yeah, probably early with it.
But yeah, we can't ignore the guy killed a bunch of people. So they say his death toll from all his things is well over 40 million.
That's crazy. But that was in pursuit of taking over everything that he had, right?
Yeah,
everything that.
And when you think about what Mongolia started from the bottom, now we hear. When you take over that much places, like, yeah, you're gonna kill a lot of people. He straight up genocided. Like, there's some places that were on the map before that are not on the map anymore.
True. Yeah, that's true, right?
Yeah. I'm trying to. What was it? I know there's one that. Yeah, he massacred cities and said he was sent by God to punish them.
Oh, he was on that type of shit. Eh?
Yeah, there's a place called Genghis, which is not on the map anymore, basically, and it's supposed to be the most brutal massacre in history.
Really?
Yeah.
How many people?
I think it was over 10 million.
Jeez. So he just came through. They wouldn't bow down.
Yeah.
And he was just like, it's all good, one by one.
Yeah.
Work you guys out.
He's yeah, man. He was pretty bad boy in that sense.
He's definitely a bad boy of history.
But yeah, I think the most interesting part is the fact that even though this guy straight up did genocides, killed lots of people, allegedly raped women, like you said, and was pretty brutal along the way, whatever he was doing, even though all that, they still love this guy. They're like, yeah, but he put Mongolia on the map in a big way, literally.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Why would they look down on him? Like why would?
Why do we look down on anyone? Why do we look down on anyone we've talked about so far? You know what I mean?
No, but like, yeah. I
so
guess,
is it the fact that his was longer ago that it's like less of a big deal?
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Because I see it like, yeah, why would they look down on him? They didn't do anything. Like, I look at it the same way like white people should look at like slavery. Like you didn't do it. Like, not you yourself. There
should be like a chart that shows how many people you're allowed to like genocide in history going backwards. Like, what's an appropriate number? Like, nowadays, if you kill one person, it doesn't mean you're a bad person.
No.
If you kill a bunch of people, then yeah, you're probably bad. But 100 years ago, you kill a bunch of people, maybe you're just doing something great for your country. And then thousands of years ago, you're killing 40 million people, and you get a fucking 100-foot tall statue in your country to last forever now.
Yeah. Basically, like what you said still stands. Like, if you're a soldier, you go out there, you murk a bunch of people, come back. It's for your country. It's all good.
Yeah, but I don't know. Well, we don't live in a society where like people are too jazzed up about that. Like, you get back and you're like, oh, how many people did you kill?
Yo.
Like, I don't know if that's ever been the culture. Like I have a friend that went to war, and he doesn't want people to ask him about that.
Really?
Yeah, he finds it like offensive if you ask him that.
Really?
So
yeah, I've never asked a guy that I've known to, like, I've never asked that question.
Yeah,
unless it comes up. Like, my dad just told me some stuff like before he was dead, and that was it. But it just
he was in the army.
Yeah. But he just brought it up, right? I didn't actually ask. That was it. So yeah, true. Well, fuck. I don't know. I think he's What do you think about this guy after?
I think Genghis Khan is such a cool guy in history. Like obviously did brutal things, but I just have mad respect for the conqueror of all conquerors. The biggest. He got a huge fucking map. He made Mongolia huge on the map, and now they're small.
Did you hear his like coming of age story? Like how he became who he became?
Fill me in.
Oh, like it was like from what I've heard, and you can like verify if you want, but it was like he was like really young.
Yeah.
Like 13, maybe even younger. And like his whole family got murdered and raped, and like that same shit that he would do, like that happened to his whole family. And he was like, I think he was like the only survivor or some shit.
Oh wow.
And he like slowly like got people. Like it grew and grew, but it started with like just him. And like it grew into like 5 and then like 10. Like it just kept growing.
Like nomads kind of thing.
Yeah, he was just like, fuck this. He's like, I'm just gonna keep going. Like apparently that's how it started.
I heard he killed his brother too.
True.
Did you hear that?
True, maybe.
So he had I don't know if it was, I think it was his half brother. And basically they would go hunting.
Yeah.
And when he wasn't really happy with the proportions that his mom gave his brother, because he's like, oh, I killed the animal, like I should have
get more.
I should get more.
It's true. It's called the lion's share.
So yeah, Genghis killed his half brother as a child over a hunting dispute. Yep, he killed the food. His brother ate more, so he's like, nah, fuck that.
Oh, it's exactly like you said. After uniting nomadic tribes of Mongolia, he conquered. Yeah.
So that's pretty sick. King of the Nomads, the island of misfit toys.
Yeah, basically.
If you're out there, you know you're lost in life. You don't have anywhere to turn to. Your family turned you away. Maybe they never loved you. Maybe they're dead. Maybe they got raped. Well, we have a place for you. It's in the Genghis Khan's tribe, the Nomads, and then like he was like just pretty much a televangelist. You know what I mean? He fucking
basically
he got everyone on board. Like
he was like, guys, this is the way. The only other way is that you get raped and murdered. And why go through that? My family went through that.
Do you want to get raped and murdered, or do you want to rape and murder?
And everybody was like, oh,
we can do that?
He's onto something. Hold on a second.
What if you just like murdering and you didn't like the rape? You show up in the towns and you're just like killing a bunch of people and they're like, come on, get in on this rape. And you're like, no.
Nah. They look at you weird, especially if he found out. He'd be pissed. He'd be like, "What the fuck?" He'd be like, "We're all raping people out here. Are you serious right now?
What are you, not cool? What are you, a cop?"
What are you, Roman or something, bro? What's going on with you? And then you're dead. That's it for you. Straight up,
man.
Did he ever eat people?
I don't think so. I never heard that.
No? Okay. I'm just like, it's not out of the ordinary. This guy murdered a lot of people. You think out of 40 million, you'd like taste one of them. You know what I mean?
I don't know, man.
Back in the 1200s? No? You're not going to try a person?
If you kill 40 million people, you want to try one because you've seen... I don't know, like... I don't think so. But then again, he was a hunter. So when you're a hunter, he kills somebody with an arrow, and then he's like, you know what? I want to taste this. I want to taste this guy.
Man. Okay, so did you hear anything about his sons? No?
Not his. I love his grandson. We'll do a fucking episode on his grandson one day too.
Oh really?
Kublai Khan. That's like one of my favorite G's in history. You know what I mean? That guy. I only know him from. You ever seen the show Marco Polo?
No.
It's like one of the most expensive shows ever made by Netflix. Basically, so Marco Polo, the explorer. Heard of him, right?
Yeah,
Marco
Polo.
Found you. Yeah, so Marco Polo was an explorer, and he was captured by Kublai Khan's people one like, or maybe I think he got like sold into slavery under Kublai Khan's reign or something.
Yeah.
And I don't know if this is all true historically, but at least for that TV show, fucking Kublai Khan likes the way he explains the way he sees stuff, because he's an explorer, like the way he describes it and stuff. So he's like, oh, like, yeah, I just want to send you places, like, look at this for me and then tell me about it. Like, that was pretty much like his job for Kublai Khan.
True.
Yeah, it's a good show. Lot of great fight scenes in that one too. It's basically, so you know the Great Wall of China.
Yeah, of course.
So yeah, Mongolia, as much as they took over, there was like parts of China that they could never get into because of the Great Wall. Like, fuck you, Mongolians.
Oh really?
Yeah.
How long has that wall been up? Wow. I
Great
have
Wall of
no
China.
idea.
But yeah, so there's a lot of the war between Mongolia and China in that one. Um, let's see the Great Wall. of
That
China.
wall has seen the likes of Genghis Khan. That's insane.
I wonder if it was made during Genghis Khan's. It might have got.
Yeah.
They might have put that up for him.
Yeah, they might have been like, yo, this guy's out of fucking control.
It was built in 1368
Okay, so it was made after him. They're like,
after him. Yeah,
we gotta stay prepared, man.
I'm surprised you haven't seen Marco Polo. You definitely got to watch that show. Great show.
Where's it on?
It's on Netflix.
Oh yeah,
It's a Netflix show. Yeah. You know what? For the next 28 minutes, we'll just play that show. But yeah, man, great guy.
He was.
I got lost in what we were talking about there for a second. But yeah, fucking overall, looking back at Genghis Khan's life, yes, brutal guy and everything. But I don't even know. I guess just because it's further ago, you're more forgiving of what he's done, and you're more like, wow, that guy, he was a sick warrior.
Yeah, I think when it's so far back, you can look in amazement and be like, holy shit, like this is insane what this guy did. And if I'm right about those beginnings, like it's insane. Like,
yeah, I remember seeing his movie, like there's a Genghis Khan movie, like
really?
actors in it and stuff, and they definitely make him seem like not a bad guy in that movie.
But what, he's like the underdog?
Definitely the underdog, yeah. As a same thing you said, like as a kid, his family gets fucked up,
Yeah.
and now this is like his quest for make things right.
Jeez. Yeah, that's yeah. Yeah, he's he's a polarizing figure, but he did some fucked up shit, I guess. But I guess that's just what you did back then. If you wanted to do some shit, like he was like Elon Musk.
We should be able to make an equation: time plus murders plus rapes, divided by
years past.
Divided by years past. Square root of how many countries you took over. There's some formula. Solve for x, and x is this guy okay?
He did what you did back then. So you came through,
and he was the best at it.
Yeah, exactly. You came through. You raped. You pillaged.
And he was bringing people together. He was.
Yeah, in the crazy way.
Like a lot. Like you said. Like first he got people that were lost that had nowhere together. Linked them all up. Oh, yeah. You guys don't have anywhere? Come with me. We're gonna go get other people that have somewhere and kill them.
Made them family.
Yeah, made them family or dead. And
that's crazy. But you think, why doesn't that happen anymore? Like, why can't I don't know, various terrorists
we be friends?
No, no, I'm saying the opposite.
In a way,
why
can't terrorists be friends?
Like, why don't terrorists do what they do? Like, why can't they do that now? Like, what stops them now?
Like,
is it just USA and freedom that stops them now?
You have like, what would you say is name 3 terrorist groups off the top of your head?
Jesus, I don't want to do that.
ISIS?
Yeah. Boko Haram, I think that's how you say it. Boko Haram, I don't know.
And where are they from?
I think they're in Africa.
Oh, well, I don't think ISIS is gonna like them.
No. But I think they're like one and the same. Like they have the same objectives and they do the same shit. And they're all Muslim.
Oh, okay. So maybe they will get along.
And then I don't know, the third one, Al Qaeda. If that's even a group, I'm not even sure anymore.
Al Qaeda, yeah, I don't know. Once you kill the head of the snake.
Right?
Was Osama bin Laden the head of the snake?
Supposedly, but I'm sure. But he had 30 kids.
I'm not sure. Who knows if he's even dead? I heard one of his daughters hot.
Really?
Yeah.
It would have to. If he has 30 kids, at least 6 of those kids are smoking hot.
True.
You know what I mean? And they're all older now, much older. They're all really. They're like our age.
Man, imagine his daughter just likes to get degraded and everything. Like how much an American would like to fuck her. Like, I'm fucking Osama bin Laden's daughter. She likes to get pissed on.
Oh my God. Yeah, right? What if she was like that?
What if she was?
You'd be all right. I'd be cool with that.
Do you think there's anybody in where's Osama from? Afghanistan?
Yeah.
You think there's anyone in Afghanistan that just has like a picture of Osama on their wall, just like this guy was a great guy?
Yeah.
Like same way like they honor Genghis Khan. Like, do you think they're like this guy was sick, man?
For sure.
He took a big swing at USA.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, there's people like that. 100%. A lot of them too. How could there not be? I mean, he had people riding with him, right? They wouldn't all just disappear. There's people that loved him, supported him. So for sure, those people are out there. They're probably the people who are like terrorists today, right? Like that shit never stopped. It's crazy.
Terrorism never sleeps.
What's his name? Zarqawi. This guy Tim Kennedy talks about this guy Zarqawi, who was basically like Osama bin Laden. They had to go and kill him. Like the Green Berets had to go and like find him and kill him. But yeah, basically almost the same. Didn't execute like a huge attack or anything, but he was like just taking shit over, like quickly.
Zarqawi?
Yeah.
Never.
We should do an episode on him. People don't even know about that guy. He's fucked.
If people don't know about him, how are we going to talk about him? We got 20 minutes more to go on a guy that there's a lot of stuff about him. I feel like we ran out of steam, but it's just like, yeah, like I feel like the story with Genghis Khan is he fucking was sick at taking things over. He was also sick at making people afraid of him, and he did a lot of great. He made Mongolia the most powerful empire ever, and then a lot of times today you'll say, "Hey, where's all the Mongolians?"
Yeah, where are they all?
How did that happen? But yeah, he spread his seed. We all a little bit of Genghis Khan.
Mocking Genghis Khan. French museum halts Genghis Khan show after Chinese pressure. China demands museum not use Genghis Khan. So it seems like China is protesting him quite a bit.
Well, him and the Chinese didn't get along. You've seen how they do the Chinese versus Mongolians in South Park?
No, I've never seen that.
No. Basically, like when the shitty walk guy, he's building a wall and Mongolians keep destroying it. Fuck you, Mongolians!
Oh no.
Yeah, no, Chinese and Mongolians definitely. There's mad beef there.
So all in, like, you think he was a bad guy or a good guy? I think he was a bad guy, and I think we can look back in amazement at what this bad guy did.
Oh yeah,
that's what
but who? I don't know, man. I don't even know. I don't know if he was a bad guy actually. I don't know, because I'm just thinking of like Julius Caesar. I'm thinking fucking Alexander the Great. Like they all got blood on their hands.
Yeah.
Like so, the only reason that to hold Genghis Khan's feet to the fire more is because he was better at it, because he did it the most. You know what I mean? And maybe he was more brutal in places, but it did prevent some wars. Like he just straight up scared people into joining him.
True.
But a 40 million death toll is at least 10 times more than Hitler's. And Hitler's was a bad guy.
Hitler's was what, 12
million?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's 6 million Jews, and then like I think it was like 6 million others.
Damn.
Just like random.
So he did, yeah. But because that's in the 40s, you adjust for time of inflation, and in the 1200s, 40 million is maybe about the same, or maybe less.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
We need a math whiz on here to break down all these equations that we've been talking about today. Fucking.
What are they? A statistician?
Yeah. Analytics. We need analytics on conquerors in history and find out how much a life was worth in the 1200, especially a life that was from a different culture. Not to be a dick about it, but it was like straight up. People didn't see each other as humans, so it was less value of a life.
Especially if you didn't acknowledge their king, like their thing.
Yeah.
If you didn't acknowledge it, or you thought yours was better, then you were a piece of garbage instantly.
It's fucked up. There's still people that think like that to this day, though. Especially in countries where there's not that much multiculturalism. Like the way you look at somebody that's not of you look at them as like less than, for sure.
Man, that's happening right now. It's happening right here. Now. It's happening in the States heavy. Like if you support Trump, then you're looked at as like, for either side will look at each other for it like idiots for just thinking a certain way, supporting a certain side, right?
Did you see the new Borat movie?
No. I didn't even know there was. Like, I just saw people talking about it. You saw it?
Yeah.
Where did you see it?
I was at my friend's house yesterday. He has Amazon, and it's on Amazon.
Oh, what is it? What is it?
Have you seen Borat 1?
Yes.
It's Borat 2.
Oh, really? It's just that?
It's him coming to America again. Same, doing a little dressing up as this, pranking.
Does he get like next to Trump? Does he talk to Trump?
Not Trump, but he goes in a Mike Pence rally, interrupted that, and he has an interview with Rudy Giuliani.
Really?
Yeah. You didn't see the thing that came out about Rudy Giuliani? There's a shot of him. Looks like he's about to like pull his dick out in a hotel room.
Holy Jesus!
Like that's not. So what happened was, Borat has a daughter in it.
Okay.
She's, in the movie, she's allegedly like 15, 16, but she's 24 in real life. So,
okay.
And I don't think she ever even said she was 16 to Rudy Giuliani. But basically, it's supposed to be her interviewing him for something, whatever. And they go to the bedroom after and they have a drink, and he leans back like he's about to pull his dick out, but he's just taking off the mic. But the picture looked compromising for sure. But when you watch the actual scene, it's not that bad. But it came out on Instagram showing Rudy Giuliani lying on a bed, pulling a mic out of his pants. You never saw it?
Holy fuck! No, I never seen this.
God you're off the grid a little bit right now, right?
Yeah. I don't go on social media. I can't fall into those rabbit holes.
But that's something that I thought you would definitely have been privy to, because that's up your alley. See,
Yo, that's him doing it?
Yeah, and that's the girl.
Yo, I gotta say, man, that's not how you take off a mic. I got a lot of mics, man. I got body mics, bro. That's not how you take them off, bro. You don't have to lay down to take off a body mic.
Watch it. It's not. It wasn't that bad though.
He thought he's getting
when you watch the actual scene.
He was gonna fuck. That's what it was. He thought he was gonna fuck.
Just taking my mic off.
He's like, here we go. I knew I didn't need Jeffrey for this type of thing.
Was Rudy Giuliani a Democrat or a Republican? I know he's.
I have no idea, man. I have no idea. The only reason I even knew his name is because 50 Cent used to always say, fuck this guy.
Really?
Yeah, 50 Cent like hated him because he was like going through his legal shit when he was like running shit.
When he was the mayor?
Yeah.
Oh.
So he was like, fuck Giuliani.
Interesting. Brooklyn served as New York mayor from 94 to 2001.
Another conqueror.
Another conqueror, Rudy Giuliani?
Yeah.
Yeah, that he's the war on crime, right?
He's the Genghis Khan of crime in New York.
Yeah.
He comes through and rapes and pillages.
Man, yeah, that's the thing. You can't rape these days. No way, no how.
No. That's not the currency anymore. You can't be doing that. You don't need to spread your seed that aggressively anymore. Before you did.
Before you wanted to get random girls pregnant, and now it's like, no thanks.
Yeah, because now there's like responsibility with it.
Yeah, his wasn't even like he just got girls pregnant. He's like, that's my kids. Like, peace.
That'd be it. Yeah,
and he just left.
Yeah,
you never saw them again. Maybe you see them like years later.
And that would be like that would be that person's ticket into not getting murdered later on.
Yeah, I have one of Genghis's kids.
Yeah, he's right here. Look, this is my son. I'm down for the cause.
Do you think he ever? Okay, so since he was going around for years, raping, taking over places, 40 million deaths. Do you think he ever killed one of his own sons by accident? Like had a kid, 20 years later showed up and was taking over that city again or whatever his son moved.
Yeah,
ends up killing him. No, I'm your son. I didn't rape anyone in this city yet. I moved, Dad. We moved.
Damn, or daughters.
Mom's dead. Oh, well, that's some Oedipus shit.
Yeah, that's fucked.
You're saying that he raped his own daughter?
Well, I'm just saying, like same way that could happen.
Buddy,
that could happen.
That's dark.
That's terrible. But I'm sure he never did that. I'm sure you check.
How do you check?
Just give him a look over, you know, and then you do your thing.
You don't look like me. That must be tough in Asia.
Yo, Genghis Khan, bro. What else about this guy? What else did he do that was good? Was that all the stuff that he's done that's good? Because these things weren't super good.
What he did that was good was no. What he did that was good was just how impressive it is that he brought a whole huge empire, the biggest empire ever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's what's good. That's what's good. That's what's like. That's what they're remembering him for. You don't remember him for fucking, being the nice guy at the water cooler. Right?
Yeah. He was a fierce warrior. Mm-hmm. Yeah, in warrior culture, he's good. In today's culture of people, he's bad. I guess you could say that.
If Mongolia stayed Mongolia and was still huge, I wonder if they would be like, oh, we got to take down his statue because he was actually a bad thing to be remembered for how many people he genocided and stuff. Or is that only a white people thing? Like, does China have old
no
people that they honor that are were killers? You know what I mean? Like,
no, you're right. If they were still the same size, if they were huge like that still, and like even got like a little bit more because of like, let's say he didn't die the way he died or whatever, they would take down the statues. Because there would be a guilt because they would still be this massive power. Yeah. And that is probably why white people have that same guilt. Because they know deep inside. They know deep inside. They're like, we still we're running shit over here. So yeah, let's take this guy down. We can take this guy down. We're still running shit. It's like take down all the statues. We're still running shit. It's cool.
Yeah. You know what? Guilt. He was so wrong. Get him out of there. But then, like, secretly, like, they better just let us keep everything else the way it is.
Better he tears down the statue instead of some of us. Fuck
better they tear down the statue rather than society. Right.
Why you say it like that? Why you say it like a girl from Trinity Bellwoods?
I don't know. I'm just raging against the patriarchy. Yeah, man. So yeah, we do have a new piece of decor in here. I didn't think we were going to talk about it, but just talking about that white guilt. We have done a couple episodes where we're talking about Native Indians getting murdered. We have a Canadian flag behind us, and I have this picture of a Native Indian guy that was in my basement already. I didn't go out and get it, but I was like, you know what? We need some Native representation in the background of this show. It's just a beautiful painting. You can see his eyes don't look. It doesn't look like there's pain in his eyes. It looks like there's hope.
He's fierce. He's stoic. Yeah. And he is like the embodiment of a pro and a conqueror. He could be doing either right now. He could be looking at his people falling, or he could be conquering right now.
I think it looks like he hasn't seen a white person yet this week, but he was thinking about the last white person he saw last week and how much they pissed him off. You know what I mean?
This is him seeing a white person for the first time.
He's like, fuck, what is that?
He's like, what in the fuck?
No.
That's what that is. He's seeing white people for the first time. And he's like, good God almighty. I gotta tell Sam. He's gonna run off and tell his buddy.
Sam?
Sam.
You think his buddy's name was Sam? I don't think so.
Or Geronimo.
Yeah, that's about it. But yeah.
You know what I'll say about Geronimo real quick? One time I was watching the news and they just kind of brought up kind of nonchalantly. They're like, the bones of Geronimo have been rediscovered. They were in the Skull and Bones fraternity that's in Yale. Yale fraternity has returned the skull and remains of Geronimo. And then they just kind of moved on.
Who's Geronimo?
Geronimo was like a fierce warrior back when like the colonizer.
Native Indian guy?
Yeah. And they had his like skull and they would like do weird shit with it.
We got to do an episode on a native chief. Like
Geronimo.
He's either one of the
that
best
would be.
I've only heard Geronimo when you're like jumping off a building and you say Geronimo
because you're doing some brave shit.
Is that why it is?
I think so.
Wow. Okay, we'll get into Geronimo at some point.
We'll get into it. Yeah,
we're gonna make you proud. Do you think a white person drew this or what?
You know, a white person drew this. Come on, bro.
Leech.
Yeah. Is that what it says?
Yeah.
No, it says lurch, or maybe it's leech. I'm not sure.
Either way, it sounds white.
Yeah, the white person drew this.
Well,
because they were guilty.
Yeah, they're like, I feel so guilty. I'm gonna paint a.
They're like, I can't paint a Celtic warrior.
So that's why these are the eyes looking at the person painting it. Like, are you seriously painting me right now? Haven't you done enough?
Shame-filled eyes looking at this artist. True.
I can't believe you're painting me right now.
And it's gonna stay there forever.
You white bitch.
Let's keep this.
Yeah, we'll keep it. We'll definitely keep it.
Even when I bring the lights, we're still
to remind us that we're on native land right now.
True. Yeah. But you know what I noticed about the Genghis Khan and everything he took over? Couldn't make it to Africa. Couldn't even handle Africa. Didn't even make it.
Yeah.
He
Africa's
looked over
down.
and he was like, it's kind of dark over there.
What's this right here?
That's true. I don't know what that is.
He might have got a little bit of Egypt.
Nah, he wasn't touching Egypt, bro. Come on. They were probably using sound waves and shit back then to blocking people.
Oh, true. That's when the aliens were finishing up the pyramids.
Yeah, we got to do, what was that guy's
King Tut?
name? I was thinking King Tut and also
Cleopatra.
And then I want to say Xerxes.
Oh, is that like the Persian one?
Yeah.
I would love to. That I know like that from 300.
Yeah, me too. That's what I'm
love
picturing.
300, yeah.
I love that movie. So good.
What a great movie. So
yeah, bro, he got blocked right there at the Roman Empire. You know why? Because most of those dudes were mixed. They were Mauryan and Roman. I don't have any research on it.
What, you think mixed guys are good at stuff?
You didn't know? Yeah, they're notoriously stronger. You didn't know that?
Mixed people are stronger?
Yeah, when you mix the genes,
nah,
it makes them stronger. You know that?
I never heard that.
It makes everything that's recessive get strong.
I don't know.
You ever seen that?
I'm just thinking about athletes, and I'm like, there's not that many light-skinned ones that are like the most athletic.
Derek Jeter? Is he mixed?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I guess so.
He looks like he's like, could be a little Cuban or something.
Nah, he's like black and white.
Is he black and white?
I think so.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure.
Shit, my bad, Jeter.
But yeah, so how did this end? How did he die? What happened? Was it in fights with the Roman Empire? I wonder. Was it of old age? Because if it's of old age, that's kind of fucking.
You'd think I would
wild.
have that, eh? Where'd you go? He died. He didn't die young. Like that's why I was like, what was his death? Let's see. Genghis Khan's death.
He died in China?
Well, maybe what's now known as China. Maybe it was a little piece of Mongolia back then.
True.
Let's see. How did Genghis Khan die? Genghis Khan died in 1227 AD at the age of 65. There's a plethora of conflicting theories, though. Many are legends created by his own friends. Okay, so one widespread story is that he died of injuries sustained after falling from his horse.
Yeah, I just read that too.
Other accounts, him succumbing to blood loss after being castrated by a princess.
Whoa.
Damn. That's a way to go, eh?
Yo.
If he died by getting his balls cut off, that's going in the con pile.
Yo, that's wild if that's what happened.
By a princess, too.
And he was like, yeah, I'm just going to...
So
it's just a regular rape. You know what's up. I'm going to fuck this chick.
I think, no, it sounds like she might have like seduced him. Maybe she's like ties his hands to the bed. She's like, let's try something freaky. I'm the princess. You're the king.
Bro, don't put that on Genghis Khan, bro. Come on. And he's not one of those dudes, bro. You think he was like a sub? You think he was like submissive? She was dominating him?
I just think that a lot of these powerful guys...
Oh, no.
Right? A lot of them are the most powerful CEOs like to get girls to like shit and piss on them. So maybe Genghis Khan was into some weird shit. That's what I'm telling you. Genghis Khan was a ladies' man. You thinking he's raping girls? This guy's actually just like he's like 50 Shades of Genghis, you know what I mean?
He would just waltz in.
50 Shades of Khan.
He just waltz in with the clique and everybody would just be on him.
Yep.
He just drained the club like Eddie Murphy.
Dressed nice. He's up on a horse. Horse Dick Genghis.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, they say so his body, Genghis Khan's body was never been found. Oh my God.
Yo, he didn't even die.
Imagine Genghis Khan's still alive. He just busted the wall. He's like, you guys talking shit?
Maybe he didn't die and he was just like, yo, that's enough, man. I just want to be done. People keep trying to murder me.
Wow.
Just fake my own death real quick and just live in South America.
Was Genghis Khan castrated? Khan returned from his military campaign in Persia to quash a rebellion in China. Despite conquering the dynasties over a decade earlier, both had sought to restore their independence in his absence. Khan quickly crushed the uprising. Okay, where's this thing about him getting castrated? Okay, You were right. He was preparing to rape her when she drew a hidden dagger from her hair and castrated him. Genghis Khan probably died soon after from blood loss. Wow. How perfect is this episode that we've come. We're finishing where we started. You brought up this guy raped a lot of people. I'm like, did he really? And then upon further investigation, not only did he didn't rape a girl to death, but he raped to his own death.
Yeah.
He raped to his own demise. And we can say that he deserved it. He asked for it.
He did.
He asked for it. Genghis Khan, he asked for it.
He really, wow, that's fucked. And who, wonder who that princess is fucking, she's a G.
Princess committed suicide. Wow. So she castrated him and then killed herself because she didn't want to get executed, because they executed people in wild ways. Like if you were noble, like she was a princess, they probably would have executed her in a fucked up way.
Yeah,
because they don't spill her blood. Wow. That is just perfect.
Bro,
this guy had a real poetic life, man.
Yeah, right.
They definitely didn't show that in the movie. That's not how he died in the movie.
But that would.
So who knows if that's really what happened? Like everything you hear on here is all bullshit. Anyways, we don't know what the fuck we're talking about. We're straight up reading things off the internet. Sometimes prepared ahead of time. Sometimes as we go. But what are we doing? We're learning together. We're learning at least what people are saying about him. And Colin heard this guy was raping. I didn't even hear that, and now I heard it loud and clear.
Bro, that's all I heard about him, is that he was just like, he's a rape connoisseur.
I heard that he has like tons of kids, but I didn't hear that he was just raping everyone.
Well, I'm sure the kids that he had were through like consensual sex. Like you only raped just to make a point back in that time, especially him, because he was trying to scare other people. So he's just like, all right, hopefully everybody hears about this. And he just kind of goes off, you know?
I was trying to see if it's...
He had 13 kids, no?
Well, no. You said he has like... Everyone's related to him now.
Yeah. If you check that, like...
What Genghis Khan's sperm?
Descendants. If you put descendant... you just put Genghis Khan's sperm.
Genghis Khan's sperm. How many descendants of Genghis Khan are there? A study in 2003 found that up to 16 million men, 0.5% of the world's male population, were genetic descendants of Genghis Khan. There you go. Even more astounding was that up to 8% of men living within the former area of the Mongol Empire have Y chromosomes related to that royalty line. There. So there you have it. 16 million Khans out there.
That's crazy. Shout out to you guys for not doing exactly what your ancestors did.
I could see
they all have it in them. Yeah.
I could see you being one of Genghis Khan's distant relatives.
Me too. Every time I meet somebody and they have like Asian eyes, I'm always like, you're probably a descendant.
Are we Genghis?
Because I know some Persian guys that are like that. They have these Asian eyes. You see random people in life, white, all colors, and they just have these Asian eyes.
Nice.
And I got them. My dad had them heavy. Like real heavy. Like he looked like that lady. He was like the same color as her. Yo, what's going on? So, I messed up on the recording of the episode of Pros and Conquerors. One of the cameras glitched out for a second. So you see us talking about something. About a woman castrating Genghis Khan. This is what we're talking about. This right here. Right? Let me read it out to you guys. Real quick. Just because I fucked up. Okay. Was he castrated to death? Genghis Khan. According to a story passed down over generations, Genghis Khan's death came the night after the battle against the defiant Tangut prince. The Khan killed him, along with him executed most of his family as per custom. However, he left his fair wife as he was planning to enjoy her for himself, which means he was going to rape her. The next night, Genghis Khan advanced to his bedchamber, the prince's bedchamber, I assume, to rape the prince's wife. She drew a hidden dagger from her hair and castrated him. Genghis probably died soon after from blood loss, though the Mongol legends say that he went into a deep sleep awaiting divine instructions to lead the horde one again. That's exactly what it says. As for the princess, she committed suicide by jumping in the Yellow River. As Genghis Khan's tomb has never been found, it can be assumed that nobody really knows the cause of his death, and the malicious rumors might be spread by his enemies wanting to humiliate him. So that's what me and Jam Easy are talking about right now. Peace.
And everyone else fucks it up in the wake of your death from getting castrated, as you're just trying to innocently rape some girl, and all of a sudden she pulls out a knife and cuts your balls off.
Right?
Back in the 1200s, it's like,
Holy.
what are you doing? I was just gonna rape you.
I was going to bless
Are
you.
you crazy?
I was going to bless you with my royal seed. And she was like, nah, dog.
Damn.
That's not how it goes around here.
Shout out to her, yo. She's a bad bitch, man.
Right?
Princess. That's serious, yo.
Put it away.
Her dad must be so proud.
Right?
It's like Genghis Khan tried to rape her. She cut his balls off, and then she killed herself.
That makes sense, though.
Like, wow, that's my girl. That's daddy's little girl.
Right? Right? Wouldn't you love to hear that about your daughter? Someone tried.
She went out like that? Yeah, oh my God. Yeah, hell yeah.
Fucking right.
We could all be so lucky to have daughters that castrate a guy that tries to rape them. It's every man's dream, isn't it?
Yeah, kind of. Fuck.
Like, it's every man's nightmare to have their daughter get raped,
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah.
So if she prevents it by cutting the guy's balls off, it's like, fuck, I would love to cut his balls off.
Yeah, right?
I'm glad that you beat me to it, though.
Yeah, at least
you little
somebody.
fucking sport.
Yeah. You're going to be a good dad.
Yeah.
You're going to be a great dad.
I'm going to be lit. I'm going to be lit. But yeah, man, fucking this episode was brought to you by Mongolian Empire.
There are new sponsors.
We will rise again.
You don't see how the way his hair is and the way my eyes look? We're both descendants.
Yeah, go home, watch Marco Polo for sure. Watch Marco Polo for sure.
Yeah, I guess so.
And
is it that one's about Genghis Khan or about his grandson? Okay.
Yeah. Great show. 100 Eyes.
I'll watch it.
There's a blind kung fu master that's like so sick.
Really? You seem like you'd like some kung fu shit.
Yeah. I was telling you about another kung fu show I'm into right now called Warrior, so check that out too, guys.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with anything we're talking about.
That's how black Jam Easy is.
What, kung fu?
That you like kung fu. That's like a different degree of black.
I never watched like the kung fu movies like Wu-Tang Clan's into and everything, but
No, the old ones?
no.
You'd probably like them.
Maybe. I like Bruce Lee's old movies. Like
Really?
Enter the Dragon and
If
shit.
you'd like their old shit a lot.
Are you into that shit?
I'm not into it, but I have a cousin, right? He's a dread. He's like Rastafarian, and he's into it. So when he finds certain ones, he'll be like, "You have to just watch this." He's like, "Go to this time and like just watch this fight scene, this fight sequence." So I'm into it in that sense.
Did you ever
some
watch?
Of them are dope.
Did you ever watch Kung Pao Enter the Fist or the Fifth Way?
No,
Enter the Fist. You never seen that?
no.
It's like a comedy. You'll like it. You'll definitely like it. It's a spoof off one of Bruce Lee's old movies.
Enter the Dragon.
Yeah.
True.
And it's fucking the same guy that made like Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, and stuff. Like,
True.
think of mine like that, but it's very silly, very funny. I'll show you the preview after this.
I'll check it out.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, that's
Let's wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up. Genghis Khan, huge statue in Mongolia. The best thing that ever happened in Mongolia. What, did that sound bad?
No, it's just funny.
The biggest deal. One of the biggest deals ever in the whole world, and that's why they have a 100-foot tall statue of him.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, like love him or hate him, he got his balls cut off to death.
Right, so don't be too mad about anything because at the end of the movie he got his balls cut off by a princess.
By a fucking princess. It's
what better? What better?
Yeah, like imagine Bowser had Princess Peach. He was about to rape her. She cut his balls off. Mario walks in. There's just blood all over the room. He's like, "What the fuck happened in here?" And she's like, "He's dead now." And Mario's like, "Woohoo!"
Yo. All right, that's it. That's it.
Follow us, like, share, subscribe. I'm at Jam_Easy. He's at Collins Process, and you're listening to the Bad Boys of History, Pros and Conquerors.
Bro, you're the rap out king, bro. All right, guys.
I'll pull out of this episode like I pull out of.
Jesus. I'll leave that for the audience.